are Anka. Stay tuned for updated real news.
Hello, Anka Daily News viewers. Life in war-torn regions is becoming increasingly difficult with each passing day. Beyond the fighting on the front lines, attacks on infrastructure are also directly affecting civilian life. The ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine has now entered a phase where not only military targets, but also energy infrastructure are being targeted. This new tactical shift poses a significant threat, particularly for civilians living in occupied territories. Today, we will take a closer look at one of the areas where these effects are most evident, the Kherson region. Developments in the occupied territories show that the war is not only being fought on the front lines, but also within cities, on power lines, and at critical infrastructure points. The information coming in over the past few hours is quite striking. A drone allegedly launched from Ukraine struck a newly constructed transformer station in the Henichesk region. This collision not only caused an explosion, but also plunged over 150 towns in the Kherson region into darkness. With the power outage, the daily lives of over 104,000 people were directly disrupted, and 44 critical facilities were rendered inoperable. This situation once again highlighted the humanitarian crisis faced by civilians living in occupied areas. Moreover, the shutdown of these centers threatens not only today, but also the health, communication, and logistics systems in the coming days. So, what does this attack mean? Was the target of the drone attack truly strategic, or was civilian infrastructure targeted? How long can these systems, which are operating on backup power, last? And how will Russia respond to this attack? Let's take a closer look at the developments together. Before we get to our report, though, a quick reminder, the Anka Daily News team is definitely real. Neither me nor any of my colleagues are artificial intelligence. Even though AI is very advanced, it's still not as good as us. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. We do read all the comments you leave on our videos, so please continue to share your ideas about our content. Tell us in the comments what content you'd like to see on the Anka Daily News channel. And now let us begin if you're ready. Anka Daily News reports. The Ukrainian armed forces carried out a precision strike not directly on the front line this time, but against infrastructure under Russian control. According to the information obtained, an electrical substation located in the Kherson region, which was announced to have been newly established by the Russian administration, was targeted by unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs. As a result of this attack, more than 150 settlements were left without electricity, and 44 critical structures, including hospitals, water treatment plants, and communication infrastructure, were directly affected. Although not directly confirmed by the Ukrainian General Staff, according to information obtained from our sources, the operation was carried out under a special plan called Shadow Cut. The target was a new transformer station located near the Henichesk district, which had been put into operation by Russian engineers last month. This center stood out as a critical distribution point in the south of occupied Kherson. It was also planned to be used as an alternative line for energy transmission to Crimea. The operation began at night. Modified commercial drones developed by the Ukrainian army infiltrated the area without leaving a radar trace. In the first phase, radar jamming signals diverted the attention of air defense systems in the area. Then, three UAVs flying at low altitude headed for the transformer station and hit their targets with precision. Although the explosions were not large scale, they caused chain failures in the power transmission systems. Appointed by Russia as the governor of Kherson, Vladimir Saldo said in a statement after the attack, As a result of the attack carried out by Ukrainian saboteurs on our new transformer station in the Henichesk region, more than 104,000 civilians were left without electricity. Life came to a standstill in 150 villages and towns. According to Saldo, the energy flow in the region has been completely cut off. Although temporary solutions are being sought with generators, there are shortages, especially in hospitals and water facilities. Some of the roads leading to the transformer station have also become unusable due to sabotage. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense refrained from making a direct statement. However, sources close to the Ukrainian military intelligence service claimed that the targeted transformer station was not only an electricity distribution point, but also a center supplying power to Russian signal intelligence and communication systems. This claim may indicate that the operation was not only a blow to civilian infrastructure, but also to military infrastructure. The redeployment and coordination of troops in the Kherson region is largely dependent on electricity-powered infrastructure. This attack is expected to slow down logistics systems. The difficulties faced by people in areas without electricity are both weakening local support mechanisms and undermining the legitimacy of Russian rule. The Henichesk transformer station was at the center of Russia's plan to directly transfer energy to Crimea. This attack could also threaten Crimea's energy independence in the long term. This attack is seen as part of Ukraine's new military doctrine developed in recent months. Known as continuity-based disruption, this approach focuses on cutting off the lifelines of occupied territories rather than direct frontline warfare. The aim is to weaken Russia's control over occupied areas through targeted strikes on sectors such as electricity, water, transportation, and communication. Repair work in the Henichesk region is expected to take 5 to 7 days. However, a shortage of spare parts, road conditions, and security concerns could prolong the process. In some villages, residents are reportedly having difficulty finding fuel for generators. Warnings have been issued that this situation could cause serious health problems, especially for the elderly and children during the hot summer months. Ukraine's operation targeting the Henichesk transformer station once again highlights that the war is no longer confined to the front lines, but is now being waged against deep strategic targets. Such attacks on energy infrastructure not only cause temporary power outages, but also disrupt military and logistical activities in the occupied regions. The Henichesk transformer station was a critical point for Crimea's energy future, and this attack could significantly delay Russia's plans on the peninsula. Ukraine's continuity-based disruption doctrine goes beyond traditional warfare, directly targeting the sustainability of the occupation. This approach is expected to be supported by similar attacks in the coming period. The civilian population in Kherson is facing increasing difficulties every day due to the impact of the outages. The war is no longer confined to the battlefield. It is felt in the electricity, water, and even a child's nightlight. In your opinion, how do such attacks influence the course of the war? Is targeting civilian infrastructure a legitimate strategy or a risky choice? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read and care about your points of view.